Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mint Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I've got 8 orders going out today, but it's one of those days where they just hit a little different, where, I don't know, you just get that feeling like, I'm good at this, which, if you work for yourself, no one's going to tell you. So you kind of got to look for it a little bit. I'll explain what that means as I go along. Just really only 8 sales, but I am much happier about this 8 sales day than I was about the sales day last week where I had $500 in sales. And this is still a good sales day. There's some higher dollar stuff in here. So let's go ahead and pull some orders. First thing up is a CD, Bob James, Hands Down. It is this one right here. My dad had a bunch, and you'll see right here, it's got a $100 price tag on it. My dad had a bunch of CDs. He said, hey, do you want these to go through stuff? I'm not messing with CDs. It's a lot of work for very little profits, or a lot of work to find the profits, I guess. It doesn't mean they're going to be little profits, just you'll go through dud after dud to find, you know, $14.99 free shipper. If you're lucky. It's worse than the books. But this one, I said, it's a Japanese release. I do know that that tends to be better for albums. And I was like, maybe it is for CDs too. And then there was this $100 price tag on it, which I don't know when or where this would have been $100, but that doesn't make any sense to me unless this is in a different country and that's not US dollars. That would make more sense. So I just priced it high just to see. And ended up, I took an offer, $26.99 free shipping. There was no comps, just had a feeling, priced it a little higher. I wasn't going to price it $100. That's ludicrous. Nobody's paying $100 for that CD. I don't care how rare it is. It would have to be some type of, I don't know. And it is going international, so let's see where it's going. And again, going to Illinois instead of the other hub. So they must have added a hub for international shipping when they did their switch over from global shipping to eBay international shipping, which I have not found the time to look into that, and I really need to see what the difference is. If I needed to do anything, when I have that information, I will let you know. I'll say it so that maybe I can wish it into existence, that if I get to it, I'll put it in this video. Future Drew hates when I do that, because then I actually have to do stuff. Future Drew here. You'll see the camera's a little weird. I'm using my phone camera because I forgot to charge my GoPro because I haven't been making videos for about a week. My computer died. It's also weird because I'm on like the self camera and I can see myself, and that I haven't done that since like the first video I made. So I'm like talking to myself. This feels very awkward. So my computer broke. This is the 3rd February in a row. It's a weird way to do 3. 3rd February in a row where that's happened. I think it's because it's when it gets really cold, and so the heat's kicking on more and it overheats. And the other 2 times it was a repair. This time was a complete and total done. So I had to order a new computer, get it here, blah, 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 blah. So I took that time to work on the garage a little bit. You'll see there's some more wood up here, and maybe you can notice there's a bunch more up here. It doesn't look amazing, but I'm taking free wood and doing what I can with it. I'm actually going to take these pieces here today and trim out the door. And I'm trying to get that done before the Super Bowl. It is Super Bowl Sunday. And this video, I also want to get out today because I'm back on track. Like that ever happens. So the computer will be down here probably next week. I don't know exactly when, but that's happening. But the reason I even have the camera on is because past Drew said I would look into the differences between global shipping program and international shipping. And from what it looks like, you can go into just the eBay FAQ and find there's a comparison. If you already used global shipping program, you automatically got switched over. Just happens. It seems to be that it's an improvement on every level. No international fees, lower fees. They're really convoluted on thing, but less fees. That's a plus. Before, global shipping program did cover you on returns or feedback or anything like that. You were still covered under global shipping program, but INADS, it was a little hinky in that area. That is also no longer an issue. Through international shipping program, no returns, no refunds. If there's a refund, eBay covers it. You're done. You're good. So if you're not enrolled in it, I would say do it. It's a couple clicks. If you do, make sure you don't list things that you can't send international. Only one off the top of my head, knives, lighters, anything with like an explosive in it, anything that you're supposed to put special labeling on, which, you know, are you actually doing that? You know, perfumes, stuff like that. Don't put those on international shipping. Then you don't got to worry about it. But overall, seems like a net gain for everyone, including customers, because the shipping will be cheaper to them. And then big bonus for me, or at least a marginal bonus that over time will be a big bonus, is now the shipping hub. It seems like there is only one. It was Kentucky. Now it's in Illinois. So for me, that's closer. It's not the shipping difference is not huge, but over time, those pennies, nickels, dollars, that adds up. So it looks all good to me. I was already in global shipping program, so I don't have to do anything. And if you remember from a few videos ago, my Super Bowl prediction for who was going to make the Super Bowl, epic fail. But Chiefs, let's go Chiefs. Come on. Yesterday was a pretty rough day. Been doing some actual, we'll get into that in a different day, but I've been doing a little, let's call it semi-professional sports gambling. Not just throwing money at the wall, not just putting money in the slot machine, actual systems, that kind of stuff, dabbling, learning, starting small. Yesterday was rough. Let's go Chiefs. All right, and that's going to the Philippines. So that's, I think, a first. I don't know, because I never used to really check, because I didn't know how to check. And now that I do, I check every time. But first, since I started checking, sending to the Philippines. Next up is a lot of wigs. It's two Tolinas A2B 21. A2B. This has not been a popular box. So this is not a popular brand because they're basically separated by brand. And I think I said 21, but then I spoke and forgot. Yep. There's two of no. Yes. No, yes, yes, no, no, yes. There we go. Two Tolinas. They are size 10, light blonde, style 104 and 143, if that matters to anyone. $9.49 free shipping. I think those were on sale. Maybe I sent out an offer. And here's another one. No clue. Kind of went on a whim. It's a book. It's a repair manual / service manual for boilers. Which, if you don't know what a boiler is, a boiler runs... Here, I'll show you one. That's a boiler. And a boiler does what it says. It boils water, then runs it through your pipes to heat your house. Runs it through your hot water pipes run along the base of your house. And this is a service manual and instruction manual and all that kind of stuff from the 40s, 1940. I think it was 1940. But you see it has schematics and all kinds of stuff. They don't really do boilers anymore. I assume someone somewhere does. But when I was trying to look this up, I could only find new. The last printed manual for boilers, I think it was 2004. And to get one of those, there's no sold comps in this range. But to buy one today, you have to pay around $200 to $300. I can't imagine anybody's going to actually pay that, but when you have the only one of something or a couple, you price it high, especially something like that's going to be for a business, probably not a collector, if somebody actually works on those things. That's a tax write-off. It's part of doing business. They don't have time to wait around. They need it now. I might have undershot on this one. I said, okay, that seems a little outrageous. There were ones sold of that 2003, 2004, whatever it was, in the $100 range. So I said, okay, I'm probably not going to get that. I, again, probably should have shot a little higher, but I went $49.99 free shipping because that will go media mail, and it sold within 16 hours. Now, the feelings that hit when that happens, when you list something where you're kind of setting your own price, you thought you listed high, and it sells right away. The feelings that hit are kind of like regret, FOMO. Should it have been $74.99? Should it have been $100? Who cares? I set a price. They bought it. That's the exchange I want. They bought it right away. Maybe that was the exact right price. Maybe it is just like I said about the other one, where they're doing a business. They have a job to do. They looked it up. That happened to be that's the one they needed. Boom, I'm going to pay for it. If it had been $74.99, maybe they go, do I really need it? Who knows? You don't have those answers. So you can't have those questions. The only answer I do have is that I priced it what I thought was high and got that quickly. I'm happy with that. $49.99 free shipping. Next up is the last one. It is Hot Wheels City Air Attack Robo Dragon, I think is what it's called. Right here, you will see, or maybe you did already see, I paid $15 retail arbitrage. I bought 4 or 5 of them. I think it was, might even been 6 of them. Gave one to Michael for his birthday or Christmas or something, and then had to lower the price because in-store retail, they were $44. And for that one, $26.99 plus shipping. So I still make a few dollars profit. But this one, those retail arbitrage items, storing it, sorry, I sneezed, storing it, moving it, the time it takes to pack them, shouldn't have bought it in the first place. Really what happened is I sold enough of them to pay for the one I gave to Michael. There we go. It's a wash. But my time is expensive, so not really. The most I sold one for was $29.99, and the least I sold one for was $26.99. Next up, it's a book. It's a Chilton Ford full-size van. I'm hoping this one right here. 1989 to 91, right there. I actually think that came in a Mikhail mystery box. $14.99 free shipping. I countered an offer. And next up, here we go. Here's another one. C3 is Hook the Movie bedsheet. C3 right here. And it is from Hook the Movie. You see the Lost Boys there. You would have saw the picture on the screen, but Rufio's in there somewhere. And technically, yeah, I can't really get you a good shot, but you would have saw it on the camera. Technically, the Peter Pan on those sheets is Robin Williams. I put Robin Williams in the title, Hook the Movie. I made it Captain Hook the Movie, even though the movie is Hook, because he is Captain Hook. The brand, it's a fitted sheet. When I found that, I just went, these are interesting, pulled them out. It's actually my Habitat for Humanity. It was actually stuck in a bag with other sheets. I think an employee might have been trying to hide it. I think, because it didn't match the other sheets. There was no reason for it to be in there. I think they had tucked it back to like stick it to the side to get it later that day or something. That's just assumption, so who knows. I paid $2.99-ish for all the sheets, and the other ones are just drop cloths I use for painting. And when I looked it up, I did find one sold comp from a while ago. I think it was on WorthPoint. So I couldn't look at the price because I don't pay for WorthPoint. And you can see if there's been a sold on WorthPoint, but you can't see the price unless you pay for the service. I'm not doing that. I'm good enough at my job. I'm not paying somebody else to be able to do that. I would have to be dealing in a lot more rare antiques to make that worth it. And now that Terapeak on eBay goes back 2 years, which if you don't know that, that's a thing now. Terapeak through eBay goes back 2 years. That's amazing. That's about as much as you need. Anything beyond that, it would have to be an extreme rarity because markets change over 2 years. By now, the price is different. That's just the way it is. Inflation could make it worth more. The demand for it could make it worth nothing. So I didn't have a clue what they sold for, but I knew some had sold. It was I think a complete set, but I shot high and I put it $49.99 free shipping, and I got it for a fitted sheet. A child's twin fitted bed sheet, used, $49.99 free shipping, and it happened to get caught on a time period where I wasn't running a sale. Awesome. And then here's one. This is what it takes to be a one-off seller. You have to be able to look at things that you have no clue about and come to a reasonable decision of, is this worth value? Does this look like something someone would buy? Some of that comes from experience. Some of that comes from, actually, you know what? All of that comes from experience. You can get that experience without your hands being on the things through videos like mine, other what sold videos, or you could just do it through searching. You can, spend your off time searching on eBay, go into a category, search high to lowest, and scroll through. Some of that stuff sticks in your brain. Next time you're at a thrift, you're at a garage sale, you're at an auction, that stuff might be in the back of your mind. And you go, you know what? I think that has value. Next one right here, it's E8. It's a Tony Llama nylon members only jacket. Here we go. E8, members only, Tony Llama. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what Tony Llama is, but I know members only jackets, they kind of have like a, you know, retro resurgence type of thing. They're not making members only jackets, which if you don't know, that's just like the nylon shiny jackets. But for that, accepted an offer, $30 free shipping. I actually think Jen picked that up for the same reasons. She looked at it, it looked like something that might have value, and I think she paid 50 cents for it. It wasn't at a thrift, it was at a garage sale, so I think 50 cents. And then this last one, it was the same thing. I've been dealing with brass a little bit, and I said, these look unique. They're brass. I like dealing in brass. It was $1 or $2. I remember the street the garage sale was on. It was $1 or $2. It was very cheap, but I think it was $1. Let's call it $2. C2 vintage brass butterfly wall hangings. Kind of buried here a little bit, but that's okay. You see right here, and the limbs, they really, I don't know why, but that screams birch to me. It's brass, how would I know? But it just seems like they're limbs to a birch tree. And then all these little butterflies, not a ton of money, but in my mind, a good pickup. I didn't look it up. I just knew this is worth more than what they want for it. I'm going to buy it. Ended up going back and forth, settled on $19 plus shipping, and I will likely make a couple dollars on the shipping. I'm contemplating, because of, you know, they're fragile, they're very thin, these butterflies. I could pop all these screws out and take them off, but you know, once you take the screw out, does it strip and then you can't get them back in? Does the buyer want to go through all that hassle? I don't know. I will decide that when I pack it up. It's got to go priority anyways. So I think if I small bubble them both and then just kind of layer them like that they'll be okay. I think that's what I'll do. Because to bend one, something extreme would have to happen. And you know, I have decided that that's not how your business should work. You can't assume that extreme damage is going to happen to packages. You need to assume that some damage will happen to packages. If this ever happens to you, which it happens from time to time, and there's also the possibility I'm mistaken, but that service manual that can go media mail. It's a book. There's no advertising in it. It's a book. If that happens, and eBay, sometimes from the category it's in or whatever reason, they won't give you media mail as an option. Your two options are you can buy media mail at the post office, or for someone like me that doesn't like to talk to people any longer than I have to in public, you go to Pirate Ship, and then while you're in Pirate Ship, you just have to select down here where it says qualifies for media mail. It's down where you would get insurance or anything else. Just click that little box and you can buy media mail that way. All right, so I boxed up the brass butterflies. I just took small bubble, wrapped it around each limb of each branch, and then bubble around each branch, then small bubble around both branches together. And they were just a little too wide for a USPS, I don't remember what size box, but the one that kind of looks like this, the larger one, not those oversized ones that are for like really big games that you get the upcharge on, not those. Don't use those. Don't ever use those. If you find yourself using one of those, ship UPS or FedEx. If it fine, it's going to be great. I just wanted to let people know that if you do that, if you use a priority service, but you use your own box for this exact reason, it just fits better, get yourself some of these. They're just stickers. You get them free on either USPS.com. Your local place might have them, but they'll probably be... They come in like a strip of 3, and they'll give you like a stack, and you'll have 9 of them. But they're free. Just order them on USPS.com. They come in a couple days. And this is a tip I got from my post office, is sometimes priority packages, if you don't put the stickers on there, they get missed. Not that they're going to not arrive, but they don't arrive in priority time, because the only other indicator to the carrier or to somebody handling it is that the tag says priority. In my mind, I say, well, you got to scan it. There's a barcode, whatever. They said that I should. They're free. Why not? Why not? It's easy peasy. Also, they're good for if you're reusing a box, covering up stuff, information, random bits, barcodes, whatever happens to be that's on there, other people's addresses, writing, slap a couple on there. They're free. Use as many as you want. Got a couple more orders that came in, so we're going to go ahead and pull those. A2B is another Tolinas. Just saying I don't sell that many of them. And then there goes another one. A2B 22. And if I'm not mistaken, 22 is the one I accidentally picked up because I needed 21 and then 22 sold. And I did check to make sure, because they were both Tolinas, that it wasn't going to the same person. I needed to repackage it or something. No, that's it. Just the universe is weird. That's the only explanation. $8.79 free shipping on that one. And if that had been going to the same buyer, and I already had that one packed up and a label printed, this would not have changed the weight. So this is a very specific scenario. This would not have changed the weight to another poundage, not even pound, to another ounce, especially this one. It's very tiny. I would have just opened the one, put that in there, and then I would have copied the tracking from that package onto this listing, and it would have been all copacetic on eBay's end, and all items would obviously end up at their destination. Again, that's a very niche scenario where it wouldn't change the weight, wouldn't change the shipping cost. That's about it. Also ran into something the other day with, I sold a Ken and an outfit. They were both the same buyer. They were both going, of course, same buyers. They were both going international. Same buyer, the same destination. Duh, Drew. But it wasn't allowing me to combine shipping on an international shipping item. I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. So that's exactly what I did, is I packaged them together, weighed them together, printed off the label for one of them with the weight combined. It was a Ken doll and a outfit, so it didn't change anything really. And then I just copied and pasted the tracking number. So then on eBay's end, it all looks the same. The items all show up the same. The tracking shows up at the exact same time. The buyer, of course, gets them at the exact same time. I don't know why eBay would have that, but it is what it is. Next up, A4 is a Kirby Puckett lot of cards. Kirby Puckett. Nice, right on top. This is a lot of 45 Kirby Puckett cards. I had this listed, I think, $20.99 or $21.99. They sent me an offer of $10 free shipping. I countered $13.19 free shipping. It's a very specific number. I went 60% off, which was $13.20, made it $13.19 to sound enticing. And the reason I went through that much trouble is because I still would have taken the $10. If they said no, came back with the $10, I would have taken that, because the cards, as you know, I'm just trying to unload them, make me a couple bucks to buy other cards, and bulk cards are hard to unload. Any way you can do it, any money you can get, that's what you should do. So I didn't want to spend the rest of my day sad that I didn't make the $10 sale and get another one of those lots out of here. So I was trying to balance between countering too high and I just want them gone. So $13.19 free shipping for those ones. Quick note, I don't know why it escaped me for a little bit. I will be on a live again over on Cat Nurse Flipper's channel. It will be this month, which is February, of course. Let me get you an exact date, because I have that available. February 21st. So mark your calendars. February 21st over on Nurse Flipper's channel. It won't be Amber this time. I don't know who the... actually, I haven't watched one in a while, because they start at 8 o'clock. I go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock. I don't like to tell people that, but I go to bed early because I get up early. That's how that works. If you don't go to bed early, but you get up early, you're tired all the time. Simple math. But I haven't seen Julian co-hosting in a long time. So I don't know if he co-hosts anymore. Maybe she just has a 3-person roundtable with herself hosting. I don't really know. I tried to pop in this week. I didn't make it. It was 8:15. My eyes were shut. I never even turned on the TV. But yes, it will be February 21st. It's a Tuesday. They're always on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock. It's a ton of fun. I'm usually a little loopy because it's past my bedtime. I got to drink like a Coca-Cola or a coffee or something, but it's a good time. If you didn't go to any of the last ones, come check it out. You'll enjoy yourself. Well, that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little Pete. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let go. I'm good at this.